Boys, look at what she got me. Oh, nice. In front of Section 8 housing. This is gonna get me out of here. Alright, gang, what's going on? Today we're gonna go over the market, what happened today, April 10th, CPI, first day trading on the Express account, and boom, no trades taken. Practicing extreme levels of patience. I trade from 9:30 to 11:30, depending on what we're seeing. And if there's nothing I like, I log off. And that's the kind of system and rules I use to even get me to the point of having a funded account. So I'm just gonna continue to do what got me here. And it sucks because if we did get in shorts, we could have possibly made who knows, man, 200 points, so it sucks because the market did move a lot this session. But yeah, in hindsight, everything's 2020. But let's go into this Discord for a second and let's look at the daily bias I said. Boom, this is at 9:04 a.m. Look at what I told my boy. I was predicting a move down towards equilibrium of this 4-hour range and then a reaction, to continue going up. And look, if you look at the chart right now, it looks like that's playing out, to be honest. That looks like it's going to play out. We're getting bullish wicks right out of this equilibrium level. So, of course, the Wi-Fi is going to be fucking terrible. But yeah, that's what I was looking for today. So let's erase all this shit because none of this matters. It was after my trading hours, right? So boom, what do I see when market opens? Because that's usually what I'll start with. So I already showed you guys in the 4-hour, whatever, it's not loading. But on the 4-hour, basically you see we have this big range. Seemed overextended. We moved 11% a day. I was kind of anticipating a reaction or a pullback. So I usually get on the 5 minutes, 15 minute around market open and I see what price is looking for. So around 9:30 right here, I see we have a low, right? We break past that low and we break past with candle closure. So once I see this and we're in a market structure is bearish, we're breaking past lows, making lower highs, lower lows. So I'm anticipating then that price most definitely is going to be retracing and targeting some sort of imbalance on the higher time frame. We're retracing on the higher time frame. The trend is bearish on the lower time frame, but we're still bullish in the higher time frame. We're just reversing. We're just retracing. So as you guys see, 9:30 right here. I'll put a little line for you guys. 9:30 was right here, and then I stopped trading at this time. So we go into the 5 minute. As you guys see, there's just no trades, no imbalances that I could trade off of. There's no clear PD array. There's nothing I could have done. So what I do, I sat on my hands, and I'm alright with that. But if I was willing to take B plus or C plus setups, then I would have been interested in taking this short out of here. So let's explain my reasoning for this. So we see market break past this low. So then that's my interpretation of this is that price is in fact going down for the day, and we are going to go for that higher time frame equilibrium point. So you remember that big 4-hour range I showed you guys in the Discord? After seeing price make bullish bearish structure breaking past this low, and that not being a liquidity sweep, like that not being fuel to drive the market higher, the market is definitely going down to tap that imbalance. So I have to find areas where on the 5 and 15 minute where price could take me to my target. So I was hoping we would make an imbalance somewhere in these ranges, but we just didn't get nothing. Very, very choppy today. But I could have done this, right? So I could have drawn this fib from the top of this range to the bottom of this range and then scale down to the 1 minute. And as you guys see what I just drew, this is that same 5 minute range we displaced down, breaking past this low. So price is in a bearish trend, right? What does your boy do? He waits for a retrace, right? Into this premium. And then what do? I wait for a liquidity sweep right here. Boom. Liquidity sweep, break of structure on the 1 minute. And I'm very confident in just taking that entry off the break of structure, because more times than not, you're not even gonna hit drawdown, brother. But that was the only setup for me today. But even this trade, it wasn't as high confidence, because I like for this, what happened here, I like for this 1 minute change in state delivery, liquidity sweep, I like this sort of entry confirmation pattern to happen in a 5 minute or 15 minute imbalance. You see? So you see, if price moved down, breaking past this low, and we created an imbalance or a clear order block right here on this move down, and then we retrace into it and then break structure, this would have been an A plus 100% setup. But we didn't have a PD array. You see how corrective price is? There's no gaps or nothing. So the only confidence I had was this being a 5 minute range and then us being in a premium. And for me, I'm just not gonna risk capital, because I want to risk big on these accounts so I can actually make money. Because I'm not gonna risk 1 micro on a 50K account. I'll be here for a year or two before I can even, withdraw a decent payout. I'm gonna risk a quarter of the drawdown, each trade. $500 I'm risking each trade. And then hopefully after 5 winning days, I can withdraw around $1,200 to $1,500. That would be very, very decent. But yeah, today, this was the only opportunity. I saw it happen, but I didn't like it enough to take it, and I'm okay with that, purely based off of what I just said. There was no imbalance, no PD array. I guess you can count this as an order block, right? But that's just not high confidence for me, because I like for an order block, I like it to look like this. I like to see the green candle. I like to see the next candle be a displacing bearish candle breaking structure, and we didn't get that. It took 2 candles to displace past this green one, so that order block isn't really as significant. An order block like this is way more significant, because you see how clear the move is after this last up close candle. That's what I like to see, boys. But yeah, that'll do it for today. I'm still bearish overall on the market. We're reacting very nicely off of this equilibrium level. Fill this gap. I would be very, very confident in actually, we just missed a beautiful trade. Beautiful trade, boys. Oh my god, let's go through this live. Let's go through this live with you guys. Boom. You see, we break structure in the 5 minute. Boom, this is so pretty. This is so pretty. I'm so happy this happened right now, guys. So we we tap into that higher time frame imbalance, right? We can even go 15 minute, and we can kind of map it out just so you guys understand a little bit more. Boom. Okay. So you see, we're in an imbalance in the higher time frame, right? Bullish trend. We break structure in the 5 minute, and what do? We create a bullish fair value gap, guys. Bullish fair value gap. We go into the 1 minute, and what do? We tap into this fair value gap, right? We break structure here. This might have been my first loss, right? But then what do? We come down, we sweep again, and boom, we break structure the second time here. Boom. Enter right here. Off this candle close, stop at this low, target this high. Oh my god, this would have been a banger. Oh, shit, boys. Oh my gosh, if this happened during my trading hours, this would have been a banger trade. But I gotta follow my rules, boys. I can't be trading all day like that, because then I'll be way more likely to force setups. But you see what I'm saying? We wait for the 5 minute to show us where price wants to go. We know on the higher time frame what we want price to do. We want price to simply, let's get the path tool. We want price to retrace and boom, go like this, right? You guys know what we want to see on the higher time frame. So we wait for lower time frames to align, simply put. And look at this beautiful 5-minute break of structure. We retrace into a gap. Beautiful 1-minute break of structure. We can even take this inverse here if you want. There's so many opportunities to get involved. Man, this would have made me $1,500, bro, on one freaking trade. But this is my biggest thing I realized with trading. This is where I fuck up. I see something like this happen, and I get very, very, very bad FOMO. And even in social situations, I realize. So this trading is a representation of your ordinary life, right? Like if you're fearful in your normal life, you're gonna show your fear in trading, right? But I get FOMO, and when a move happens and I miss out, I get really, really like angry, like oh my gosh, like I just get FOMO. I get really upset that I missed out on the potential profit, but I can't let it get to my head because I know the opportunities like this happen all the time. You know what I mean? Every day almost. Like these kind of setups happen during my trading hours a couple times a week, and I know that for a fact because I've looked at the data, I've tested this, I know. Okay? So having that confidence in your system, knowing that it'll repeat, that's what eases your mind. Because if you think you have a unicorn strategy, the setup happens once a year, think about how angry you'll be once you miss a setup. You'll go on tilt and you'll blow your account because you'll be like, oh my god, that was my one shot. That was my one shot to, you know what I mean, to make some money. I lost it. Now what am I gonna do? You know what I mean? You just tweak out. But for me, I know this shit happens all the time. All the time. It happens all the time throughout the day too. Not even just my trading hours. But yeah, just goes to show, like, this could have been 2 potential trades for a combined of 4.5 R. Thinking about that. I risk $500. $500, bro? That's what? That's $1,500. That's the $2,200 right there. Boom. Snap of the finger. And your boy could withdraw half of that. Damn, bro. Imagine if we're stacking accounts. That's a 10K day, bro. Holy shit. Jesus Christ, bro. Oh my gosh, man. I am so close to actually making a life-changing amount of money. And it's actually, like, tweaking me out a little bit. I've never had this much confidence with my trading ever in my life. Ever. And the confidence is bleeding into my personal real life. And I cannot be more grateful. But yeah, that'll do it for this video. I'm gonna include some clips at the beginning of me trading today. I was sitting at the cafe with my girlfriend. She also got me my certificate of passing the funded framed, and that was sweet seeing that. That was a sweet little surprise. I bet your girl ain't doing that shit, bro. I bet she ain't. So I have a winner, boys. I have a keeper on my hands. Got a keeper. But you know, I told her too, none of these prop firm payouts are going towards her. I need 50K liquid before we start splurging on ourselves. But man, when those days comes, you bet I'm gonna spoil the fuck out of her. But yeah, that'll do it for today. Can't wait for the future. Very excited. Yeah, peace out, boys.